Hey guys, I just recently saw a tag video on a girl's channel that I watch. Her name is Nicole. I of course will link her down below. And when she did the tag video, she just said, whoever wants to do it, whatever. But truthfully, these are like some of the most thought-provoking and like just different types of questions I have seen in a tag in like a long time. So I was like, this one actually interests me. I think I'm gonna do this one. So I decided I would go ahead and do it. It's called the Invade My Privacy Tag. And same as what she did, I'm just gonna leave this open. I'm not gonna like actually tag anyone. If you would like to do this video, please let me know if you do it so that I can watch yours. But I just thought it was really interesting. So just something different. I don't know. And so I thought it would be kind of fun to do. So the first question was, did you wake up cranky? I did not. On days where I don't have to get up early, I am happy as can be. I'm like Little Miss Sunshine. But if you make me get up before like 7 a.m., trust me, I don't like 7 a.m. either. I'm like a stay up till 2 in the morning, get up at 10 a.m. kind of girl. That's like what my body loves. That's just kind of how I roll. However, that's not always possible. Once the school year starts, I can't do that anymore. But man, getting up early makes me, and I know it too. I know I'm cranky. I'll have to apologize to my husband because I'm being like a grouch. I hate mornings. My body does not like mornings. I don't like mornings. Just don't make me get up early and then everything's fine. Number 2 is, would you date a man 25 years younger than you? Well, at this point, heck no, because that would mean he was 15 and that's just straight up creepy. And, but I can't imagine, obviously I'm married, so that kind of is out of the question anyway, but that is such a huge age gap. I can't imagine like what you would have in common or like just stages of life that you would be at as far as like if you wanted a family or things that you're like physically capable of as far as if you like adventure and things like that. Like when there's that big of an age gap, it would be very difficult. So I can't imagine ever doing that. But hey, who knows, right? Hopefully that would never be an issue for me because I'm sure my husband and I will just be together forever. And that he will live. I want him to live longer than me. I always tell him, you cannot die before me. You're not allowed to. Number 3 is, would you ever smile at a stranger? I find this to be a very strange question because in my mind, are you a human being? Like, if you are, I would hope that you smile at people. Like, that's like just part of being a human is, well, it should be being kind, should be part of being a human. I guess it's not for everybody, sadly. But I smile at people all the time. Like, there is nothing better. I think this is so cute, which is kind of funny coming off of that last question, but I love little old men. Like, I just think they are the cutest thing ever. And there's a lot of cute little old women too that I just think are adorable. I love to just smile at people like that. There are so many people that you see out, and I notice it especially with elderly people, that maybe their spouse is no longer with them and things like that, that they're kind of lonely. Somebody just smiling at them and showing like that general human kindness can be such a huge like bright spot in their day. So like, please smile at strangers, please. Like, if you don't do that, I don't know what your problem is. And that might sound mean, but seriously, how can you not smile at people? I just don't get it. So please smile. Don't be a grouch. Number 4 is, can you commit to one person? Yes, very much so. I believe we were created to do that. And so I know that there's different issues that people have and different things that come along their way. I know struggles that I've had in the past that made me, not be as fully committed of a person as I should have been. But also those were outside issues that I was allowing to take this place in my life. And so do I think that everyone can commit to one person? I absolutely do, because I do believe that's what we were designed to do. Number 5 is, how often do you listen to music? Pretty much every day. I guess sometimes if I'm just busy doing stuff around the house or whatever, I might not, as far as like doing YouTube stuff or watching videos or watching stuff on TV a lot during the day, which I don't do that often, but then I might not. But typically, like when I'm home during the day, if I'm home during the day, I will have music on while I'm like cleaning and stuff, or always in the car, always. Number 6, are you a social or antisocial person? That one I feel like I'm like 50-50 on. I wouldn't want to say that I'm antisocial because that sounds so negative, but I am introverted, and sometimes I feel like that makes me a little bit antisocial. I feel like people probably think I'm antisocial because I'm not like the mom to go sit with a group of moms at like a school event, or I don't know. I am not a get out there and talk to people and get to know people. Now, if people are introduced to me or I'm introduced to someone and I start talking, fine. And once I know people, I don't shut up. Like, then I'm super social. But as far as like just getting out there and being a social person, like it is not my nature to want to go out and be around people. I have to like kind of force myself to do it. And then once I do, I usually enjoy myself. It's just it's hard for me because I definitely am more introverted and I get overwhelmed very easily and anxious, and I hate small talk, and like, yeah. So I would say I'm 50-50. I'm social, but I'm also a little antisocial. Number 7, if your husband or partner said they loved someone else, what would you say? First, I'd say, I hope you're talking about your mama, because you better not be telling me you love somebody other than me that isn't your mama. Really though, I would have to say, like, for someone to tell you that there's something major going on, for them to be able to say that to you. And so first of all, I would figure out what the issue is, like what the problem is that we're having, and if this is something we can resolve. And then I would work my hardest to resolve it. Because I believe that's what we were meant to do. Now, obviously, I know there are situations where you have no control over what the other person is doing, because you don't. You don't have control over someone else's emotions or their actions. So for people who have had this happen, this was a question where I wasn't really going to like specifically tag people, because I don't know everyone's backgrounds, and I wouldn't want somebody to have to or try to answer a question like this that would be like very upsetting to them, because I do know that there are circumstances where somebody wrongs you so much, and no matter how much you try to repair it, it can't be repaired. That is not on you. And let me just say, when you have a spouse or a significant other that is cheating on you, whether it's physically or emotionally with someone else, you should not be embarrassed about that. It says nothing about you. It says everything about them. So please do not allow, if you're ever in that situation or have been, don't let that be a source of shame or embarrassment for you, because that is not about you. You didn't do this. They did. So I don't know why I just had to get on a little soapbox about that, but I do feel very strongly about that, because I have seen the hurt and devastation that people cause to other people. And then I've also seen from the other side where people are like, well, you should have worked harder to make this right, or what weren't you doing that they had to go look for it elsewhere. That is a load of crap. Anybody who says that to you, you need to like move away from them, because that is not the type of attitude anyone should have towards somebody going through something like that. So yeah, doesn't say anything bad about you. It says a lot about the other person. So all right, I'll just leave that there. I'll just leave that right there. Number 8, are you good at hiding your feelings? No, for the most part. I am a very emotional person. I am super joyful. I am a very joyful, happy person. I love people fiercely. To bring joy to other people is like my favorite thing in the world to do. And so I cannot hide when I'm excited for someone, or excited about something, or happy, or in the same token, when I'm sad. When I see somebody else hurting, that kills me, and I'm probably going to cry with you or for you. That's just my personality. I am a very emotional person, and I do openly wear my emotions. I don't have any control over it, to be honest. I would say if there's one feeling that I am pretty good at hiding, it's probably irritation, because sometimes you just can't let people know that you're irritated with them, if you know what I mean. And so I definitely am pretty good at hiding that, simply because it's not in my nature to be conflicting with people. Like, most people don't enjoy conflict, but some people do if you're a drama person. But I am not, and I do not like conflict. And I would rather just silently be irritated with what somebody is doing or what's going on, as long as it's not hurting someone or anything, than let people see my irritation. Because there are some instances where I know it's just going to cause me, let's just put it right out there, it's going to put me through hell if I let people know that I'm irritated with them. So I'm pretty good at hiding irritation. And number 9, can you drive a stick shift? Nope, not even a little. I had a boyfriend when I was younger who tried to teach me. He basically gave up on me because it wasn't happening. And no, that wasn't some weird, dirty innuendo either. And number 10, what's something people would be surprised to learn about you? I don't know. I've kind of put some things out there about me that if you haven't seen the video of my testimony, I will put it up here. It's just things about my past that I am so different from now. So if you've watched my videos but haven't seen that, you might be surprised to know that I was an alcoholic. And I do say was. I'm not a recovering alcoholic. I hate that term. It's been almost 10 years since I had a single drop of alcohol. I know I won't have it again. I'm not recovering from anything. I was an alcoholic. I'm not anymore. So I just feel, I guess some people probably are recovering because there are people who could have relapses, but I'm telling you right now, there's not an ounce of anything in me that would go back to drinking. So don't you worry about that. So no, I'm not a recovering alcoholic. I was an alcoholic. I'm not anymore. Maybe I didn't make that clear. I'm sorry. I feel very strongly about that. That drives me nuts when people are like, well, you're still an alcoholic. You're just recovering. No, I'm not. But okay. But otherwise, something that people would be surprised to learn about me. I crochet. I don't think a lot of people know that about me. That's kind of I think I might have mentioned that before too, though. Like, I've had people like make fun of me for it, whatever, and they're like, that's like an old lady. And I'm like, yep, I'm practicing up. I'm going to be a fabulous old lady. So I love to crochet. I crochet baby stuff and, you know, blankets and scarves and hats. And I've done like little animal blanket things, like snuggle things for babies and headband things. And I don't know. I love to crochet dishcloths and whatever. I really enjoy it. It's something I can do while I like watch TV, and it's just like relaxing to me, and so it's something that I love. So maybe that's something about me that you'd be surprised to learn. Otherwise, I don't really know what to tell you. If you have a question for me, something that you'd like to know about me that you don't know, you can leave that down below and I'll answer it. 11, when was the last time you cried? Getting teary-eyed, I would say today, because I watched The Sixth Sense with my middle son, which I've seen a million times, but for some reason it still gets to me, just the concept of it. Do I think that's actually how things work? No, but it's just like the idea of you being gone and seeing other people keep living. I don't know, it's just like a weird thing to me, but so I got a little teary-eyed during that, but actually just full out cried. Honestly, I'm not really sure. And I am a very emotional person, but I don't really remember for sure the last time that I like really cried. Number 12, have you ever liked someone you didn't expect? Okay, if liked someone sounds very juvenile, so I don't know if that means like liked someone like of the opposite sex or liked someone that you didn't expect to as far as just another person. I've had both happen, honestly, because when I was younger, I was a fixer. And I mean, I still am to some extent, but not in the same way. I dated people that I think it's like I felt like I needed to help them somehow. And so that's sort of strange because they weren't people that everyone would always be like, what are you doing? But I was just a fixer. And, but you have to realize you can't fix everything. And sometimes trying to causes you heartache. So it's like, but that was a lesson I had to learn. So I liked people that I didn't really expect to for that reason. And then, as an adult, actually, I've had this experience where I thought I wouldn't like someone, okay? And for whatever reason, whether it was things other people said about them, you know, other people that I did like and respect, not liking the person, which by the way, don't do that. Don't do that. Everyone's experience is different with people, and you never know what it is that causes somebody to not like someone. I mean, unless it's something super blatant that the person is horrible. Sometimes people just have little insecurities or jealousies or whatever the case may be that makes them not like someone. And if there's someone that you like and care about and you respect them and think, well, if they don't like them, then there must be something really wrong with them. Don't do that, because you really don't know. You don't know their exact reasons, and you need to know people yourself and decide how you feel about them. That is something that I've definitely learned as an adult, because it did happen to me one time. Without going into too much detail, there was a girl that I kind of knew her family situation and stuff that was going on, and some other people would kind of talk about them and their situation and whatever, and then there was going to be where she was going to be coming into kind of a group of people that I was around, and I remember being like, oh gosh, like I don't know if I really want her to be a part of this, I feel like it might ruin the dynamic and blah blah blah. She ended up becoming someone that I very much loved and cared about, and I realized, like, I was taking what other people were saying and things I was seeing from the outside without actually knowing for sure what the situation was, and knowing what she was going through and knowing her heart and the type of person she was. She's a beautiful person and so sweet, and she was going through some very hard things. And sometimes people act a certain way when they're going through hard things, and please just give people a chance. Get to know people. Don't be so quick to judge. We all do judge. If anybody says that they don't judge people, they're lying, because our natural instinct is to judge people, whether it be by appearance or things we hear or whatever. But don't stop with that judgment and write somebody off. You need to really know someone before you make form an opinion about them. And even when you do, even if it is somebody that you end up like just you don't mesh with, because not everybody likes everybody. That's just the way it is. But don't you be that person who goes and talks badly about them to other people, so that these people don't get a chance to make form an opinion for themselves. So so there are people that I ended up liking that I didn't expect, and it helped me learn to not be that way, because I would have missed out on some really good relationships with people. So number 13, what is the biggest life lesson from being on YouTube? I would say it is, there can be people who you have not a stitch of anything in common with except for one thing, and it brings you together. Or this one thing, like and this kind of goes with the same thing with like judgment and seeing people. I might see someone and like their look, the way they do things, I think, oh, we don't have anything in common, because that's not me at all. Like I don't wear big bold makeup or color my hair, crazy colors, although I did when I was younger. And, you might just see someone and think, oh, I can't possibly have anything in common with them. But there's this one commonality that we have that, like, I've gotten to know people and then realize we do actually have a lot of things in common. And so I think that has been a very cool thing about YouTube, and a life lesson that can be learned. Don't assume by looking at people that you have nothing in common with them, because they may become some of your like closest, dearest friends. And you might actually have a lot in common with somebody that you never thought you would. So I would say that is a big lesson that has been taught to me through being on YouTube. And then number 14 is, what defines success? I know that's different for everybody, because for some people success is career or money oriented or that type of thing. For me, success is, do I make people feel loved and valued? Because if I do, then I feel successful. I feel fulfilled. I feel like I'm doing what I should be doing in this life. All of the money stuff, all of the houses and cars and things that you have, that's all going to be gone. It's going to be gone. It can be taken away from you in a heartbeat. And but the one thing that will remain is people, hearing your name and going, oh, she was always so nice to me. Oh, she made me feel important. Oh, she let me know I was loved. Oh, when I went through something hard, she came alongside me. That kind of thing. That to me is success. If you are someone that when someone says your name, and I don't mean being famous, but I mean people around who know you, if when they hear your name, they think she makes me feel important or she makes me feel special and loved, that is honestly and truly all I care about. That is success to me. I don't care about anything else. I don't care about the things that I have or being impressive or any of that. None of that matters. Your looks, some people put great value on their looks. I could get in a car accident today and have my looks completely destroyed. My looks are not me. That is not me. The clothes I wear are not me. The jewelry I have is not me. None of that stuff is me. What's me is what's inside and what I give to other people. And so that is the greatest success to me, is if people hear my name and know that I'm someone who loves and values them. Then I could die right now if that's the case, because that's honestly and truly all I care about. There's nothing else that matters in this life but loving other people and valuing them. And in doing so, having relationships where then people can know why I have the joy that I do and why I do have the love for other people that I do, and that it's from Jesus Christ. And I am never going to be ashamed to say that. I love him, and he has made my life this amazing thing. I know that I am loved and valuable and valued, and that I have a purpose because of him. And so I want other people to know the same for themselves. So I want them to know, I want to show them that same love, and that I value them and I appreciate them, and that they are important, and just that we're all here for a reason, and there's really only one reason, and he's given us this call to love each other. So if I can love people well, then I feel successful. So that is a little bit about me. I turned this Invade My Privacy Tag into a really long video, but that's kind of what I do, isn't it? But this is my heart. This is who I am. I'm not going to ever be fake. I'm not going to ever not talk about things because I'm afraid that I might lose subscribers. That is never going to be me, because then what am I? I'm a lie. I'm a fake, and I have to go to bed every night knowing that. No thanks. That's not at all what I'm about. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this, and like I said before, if you have any questions for me, please leave them down in the comments below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. And if you are already a subscriber of mine, thank you so much for watching and supporting me. And if you're new here, I hope that you will subscribe, and I hope that you guys will please make sure that you hit your notification bell so that you never miss when I upload videos. I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Bye.